Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a wig review in partnership with name brand wigs. This is Belle Tress Tropical Punch in the color Honey with Chai Latte. This is a heat-friendly synthetic wig, incredibly long. I think this pretty much qualifies as mermaid hair, and I'm going to tell you all about her. So if you want to know more about this style, the cap, the color, stick around. Thank you, Name Brand Wigs, for sending me this wig to review. I'm grateful to partner with you. If you have not been to namebrandwigs.com, I highly encourage you to check them out. They're a great retailer. They've got great prices, great discounts, a clearance section, a blog, great customer service. If you're struggling with the wig wearing journey, their customer service team can help you. You can email them, support@namebrandwigs.com. You can call them. They're wonderful, and I highly recommend them. All right, everyone, let's take a look at Tropical Punch from all sides. As many of you who've been watching my reviews for a while know, I struggle to show you long wigs like this. I have to get way back and I have to stand on my tiptoes just so that you can see the full length. And this one qualifies as one of those that I really struggle to show. It is so long. Look at that hair. It's just amazing. Mermaid hair for sure. Wow, this is quite the head of hair. The overall length on this piece is 22 inches and the weight is 6.7 ounces. So not only is this incredibly long, but it's very full and has a fairly high density. I do not think that this is a beginner friendly wig. I just want to caution you, if you're new to wig wearing, this one is going to require quite a bit of care, and unless you're familiar with heat-friendly fibers and wig wearing, this might be a bit overwhelming for you. So I just want to caution you. It has tons of hair, and length like this in a heat-friendly piece is going to require a lot of care on the ends, taking heat to them regularly. And because this does have a bit of a wave pattern, you'll have to be prepared to take heat to this in a way that won't disrupt these waves or to put wave back in, and that can be very tricky. And I have a few videos out there showing you how to care for heat-friendly wigs. One video to show you about caring for curly or wavy pieces. It's just a real trick. I'm not trying to discourage you from buying this. If you love long hair and you're an experienced wig wearer and you want something that's mermaid hair to the nth degree, this is so much mermaid hair, then I think it's a beautiful piece. But I really feel the need to caution my brand new wig wearing sisters, because there's a lot more work involved in a wig like this than you might think that there is. That said, let's talk about this wig. So this wig has what's called a center partial mono and a half moon lace front. I will show you both of those things when I take the cap off. But basically, you have a center monofilament, so this is a center part, and then you've got a lace front that goes right roughly to about here. So what that means is you've got all of that space right there where it will look like the hair is growing out of your scalp. So if you want to do some styling, you want to pull the hair up off of your face, which in a piece like this, there may be some occasions where having this much hair hanging down like this isn't convenient. So you can pull that up in a little clip and you won't be able to tell that it's a wig. I really am partial to lace fronts for that reason. I think it gives you a lot of styling flexibility. Let's take a look inside this cap so that you can see what I mean. So you've got your center partial mono. What that means is it's not a full mono top. You don't have a lot of flexibility where you can part this. You can part it only within that space. It's fairly narrow. And then there's that half moon lace front. So you've got a lot of space right here for flexibility, but it just kind of, you can start off with a lot of flexibility, but then it goes into a narrow parting space toward the back. Soft ear tabs with metal stays that allow you to kind of push those in and get a real good snug fit on the sides. Extended nape, bra strap pull adjusters. These are really standard adjusters for Belle Tress, and the rest is open wefted. Now this piece doesn't really have any permatease, so it doesn't have a lot of volume and poof on the top, and you're not going to get that with this piece because it doesn't have the permatease to hold it. And then you've got so much fullness all throughout because of the amount of hair that this piece has. So if you want some volume and poof on the top, you're not going to get that with this one. But it does look very natural on the top. It's nice and flat, like most people's bio hair. So in that sense, it's very natural. Let me put it back on off camera. This is very hard to put on because it's so much hair. So a couple of cautions about this piece. First caution, because of the length and because this is synthetic, it's heat-friendly synthetic, but it is synthetic, it does tangle. And if you are going to get this piece, you must carry a wide tooth comb with you everywhere you go. Any wide tooth comb will work, but it tangles a lot. And I find myself, even just to do this review, to get to know this piece, and every time I put it back on, I have to go through and I have to gently comb it out because it just wants to tangle. And for those of you new to wig wearing, if a wig gets all tangled up, your best bet is to start at the very ends. See right there, there's a little tangled knot in there. To comb through those ends first, get those tangles out, then work your way up the piece, because that way you won't pull on those fibers and you won't damage them. Something else I want to tell you, at least with the piece I have, this does not mean that it will happen with your piece, but I am getting a fair amount of shedding on this. Every single time I comb it, let me set this hair down. Every single time I comb it, I do get a little bit of shedding, no matter how gentle I am with this. Now that is somewhat common with really long pieces. I'm not sure why it's more common with long pieces than with short pieces, but I have noticed that when I'm reviewing longer pieces, there can be some shedding. So if that happens, don't panic. That is common with longer pieces, and quite honestly, the amount of hair this has, it can shed a lot, and you don't have to worry about it losing so much hair that it's gonna look like your hair is thinning. There's just so much hair on this. Now, one thing that's going to be very fun with this piece is some styling. So if you like to style wigs, I mean, you've got the opportunity to do ponytails. You can do a low pony. You can do a high pony if you know how to blend your own hair or pull out some and maybe cut in some baby hairs so it disguises where the cap is. This would be super fun to do some braids with. You know, it's not a fully hand-tied cap, so you do have wefting to kind of navigate around, but if you're good at styling, this could be really fun to style. Another thing that it would be fun to do with this one is add some more curl and wave, and you can totally do that with this with just a regular curling iron because it is heat friendly. Please keep in mind, you don't curl heat friendly wigs the same as you curl human hair. They take a little bit more time. You do have to hold that curl in place until it cools for it to set. There's lots of videos out on YouTube showing you how to do that. I don't have any yet, but I know you can find some if you do want to attempt that. This cap fits me big. Now, Belle Tress is known for running big. I would say they're more of an average large size cap when it comes to cap sizes compared to other brands. I always cinch my Belle Tress wigs in, and I have a 22-inch circumference, and I do get extra cap on the top, which means there's room for people who have bigger measurements than I do, and they generally have really good stretch. So look at my measurements in the description if you're curious, but I would just say that if you generally look for average large size caps, that is Belle Tress. Most of their caps run like that. Not always. Every now and then you'll get a cap that runs more true to average. So if that happens to you, just know that that's an anomaly, and most of the time they do run a little bit big. So before I talk about color, I just want to give you my overall impressions. I mean, this hair is gorgeous. It is bombshell hair without question. If you're looking for something just full and voluminous and like dream type hair, and you're willing to put in the work to care for this piece, it's beautiful, but it's very expensive. And so unless you're prepared to really care for this one, and you're used to having a lot of hair, just be cautious. And you might just try it just for something new to try. And as long as you don't comb through it, change out any of the part, shake it out. If you just put it on and try it on, you could still return it. So if you're just curious, know that it's a great opportunity to learn for the cost of a little bit of shipping and maybe a small restocking fee. And I always tell people, every purchase, even if it doesn't work out for you, is not lost. Every purchase teaches you something. And this journey is all about learning so that we can have fun. And so don't be afraid to learn a few things. It really will help make your wig journey better in the end. Okay, let's talk about this color, Honey with Chai Latte. I've not reviewed this color before, and I didn't think I would like it, but I really like it. It's so pretty. So the description is, I'm gonna read it off of my computer. It's a blend of sienna brown and cool medium brown root. So there's that root. And it's a cool root. It's not super dark. And then it's mixed with it's a blend of honey blonde, light blonde, smoky blonde, and a hint of pure blonde. This is a warm blonde. And blondes are sometimes a little bit shiny in synthetic wigs. So one of the benefits of a heat-friendly synthetic is they do not tend to be as shiny as regular synthetic. I am finding any shine I see on this one is really healthy hair shine. It's the kind of shine that somebody gets when they really take care of their hair, or when you style up your hair and you put a little shine spray in. That's the kind of shine. This is not a really in-your-face synthetic type shine. It's a very beautiful warm blonde. Let me take it off, because sometimes it can help if I, whoops, my finger caught a tangle and I almost dropped it. So it's a warm blonde, but you've got so much multi-tonality in here. You can see some of the pure blonde, or almost a platinum. And then you've got different tones of warmer blonde. And just when you think this is a yellow blonde, some of those other tones, like the smoky blonde they talk about, the white pure blonde, or the platinum, just gives it that dynamic edge that takes some of the yellow out. So while I would say that this is warm, and for a lot of people, this might lean toward the yellow blonde, it's got some really fun colors in it that help to mitigate that. And then we've got this root. So they call it a cool root, and they do a really good job of diffusing it with some of that blonde. So it's not super stark, although, I mean, it's definitely a root. It doesn't kind of blend into the rest of the color like a balayage might. So for my brunettes who want to wear blondes, the rooting is really going to help you out with this one. This is not cool though. All right, everybody, let's get outside so you can see this color outside. Let me know if you have any questions about this piece. Thanks, Name Brand Wigs, once again for sharing her with me. All right, everyone, here we are, Honey with Chai Latte outside, and this is way too long for me to get the whole thing in, but you should still be able to get a good sense of the color. Very consistent all the way down. I really like this color. Warm blonde, nice rooting. So you guys get a good close-up of it. Little bit of lighter coloring right up there at the root, or at the lace front, so that you don't have any dark knots up there. They did great with that. Just beautiful. Woo. These hairs. It's really long though. This is going to take some finagling with this length, but thanks for watching.